Stellar, stellar. Here, hold on. Let me do what I was doing before. We're gonna move this tiny.
This tiny Firefox.
Perfect. Now nobody can tell. Marcus is talking from his screen. Nobody will be able to tell.
Hello.
Here, we'll open it to YouTube even. Perfect. Just in case we need to watch anything. All right. Are we ready?
Give me one sec.
30 minutes of setup
I'm gonna
later.
go look at the new Portal game.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go look at the new Portal game.
New Portal game?
Yeah, Aperture Desk Job. It's like a
Oh
30-minute tech
yeah, yeah,
demo
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Steam Deck.
yeah. Ooh,
Oh, hey,
yeah.
noob. Share your screen, Zach.
All right. Give me a second.
Oh, God.
You wanted this.
Okay, everything should be working now.
I think everything is working. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That is the goal right now. Hopefully. Actually, now that I think about it, I can expand this a little bit. Uh,
Oh, did you not do the chroma key or stuff for my shit?
no, not yet.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay.
getting to this point, and then we just went back, and I was just like,
You know what? Fair enough.
screwed at this point. I didn't even know about the aperture thing. Hold on.
This man's not even using the
Where,
overlay. Yeah, it adds like a single nut hair velour to Portal.
where do you want me to put the overlay?
Here. Here. Hold on.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
god.
Hold on. The
Hold
overlay
on.
overlays give like a whole nother setup session, bro. Well, the thing is, though, I already gave him everything.
He did.
Yeah, but he has to set up everything still. It wasn't that
What?
That's what he's been doing for like half an hour. It wasn't that hard, though. Yeah, maybe if you use normal Steam Labs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
using. I am using a very, very harder product.
It's going to be like an off-stream thing for him to do.
Yeah, because putting in all the settings and everything, it was so minuscule on what it wanted me to do.
What the fuck do I... Oh, oh, oh no.
Just released. We'll do the trailer. But yeah, I
Okay,
didn't
hold
know
on.
about this. Actually, I heard of it. I just didn't look into it.
Yeah, I think it functions entirely off the gyroscope.
Ooh.
Give me one second.
Okay.
I only think that because everyone's complaining that it has no controller or keyboard support at all.
Oh, that's fantastic. I can't wait for them to send me the email about my Steam Deck.
I can't wait to see you get your Steam Deck then complain about the drift it already has.
I saw those fucking things already. That's one of the topics too. Oh fuck it. While we're waiting for him, what about Gabe Newell hand delivering Steam Decks to people?
He's an alpha. That's it.
That's it. He's just an alpha.
Yeah, I mean, he literally came out with a little fucking like
Hobbit hole.
cave of like
Yeah.
computer parts and Steam money. He's like, yeah, fuck NFTs, fuck crypto miners, you're banned, you're out of here.
I do.
Here's a Steam Deck for your troubles. See you later, losers.
One of my favorite things is he went to go hand deliver it to somebody, and he was like signing the physical things as well. And I just love that the person wasn't home, but his neighbor noticed that it was Gabe Newell and came out and said hello, and then he handed 3 Steam Decks to him and his buddies. Like, cool, just hand out your product. That's awesome, actually.
I wish I lived in a neighborhood where people would actually visit like that.
Honestly, I would love to live in just like Chicago or something. Just a place where the weather is very mild all year round.
The shootings are everywhere. Murder around every corner.
Yes. Why
Chicago.
why is the place with the most mild weather the worst for crime?
Because it's mild somewhere and chaotic everywhere else.
That's true. All right, should we watch the trailer?
1 second.
Okay.
Kazu's PNG keeps changing itself back for no reason. It just keeps showing the PIM one.
Oh no. But yeah,
Might as well just keep it as PIM for now.
but might as well keep
No,
it
it's
as
okay, it's
Pim for
fixed now.
now.
Oh, it's okay, it's fixed now. Problem solved.
Okay. I believe in you.
Okay, so we're watching what now?
The Aperture Science desk job.
I see.
The trailer for the thing that got released 2 days ago. And it supposedly it was made for the Steam Deck.
Specifically for that only.
Ooh. All right. Oh, don't die.
My name's Grady. That is your inspection desk. You are a product inspector.
Egad.
You think your job is bad? Well, your job is bad.
Oh.
So it's just a nice little playable short game. Not bad.
Yeah. Just a free 30-minute demo.
That's not bad. I will actually get that. Give that a go. All right. Let's get the boring topics out of the way first for this wonderful podcast.
Fuck Russia. Fuck Ukraine.
Yeah,
Where's my PS6?
Why can't people just hand out neon like it's nothing so we can keep making this chip shortage go down? God damn it.
What is happening? I don't know.
A rant. a well-deserved rant.
I would complain about the chip shortage if I could afford the GPUs even without the shortage prices.
Oh, God. I just want a new graphics card. That's all I want. That's all I need.
That's all I need for the rest of my PC.
I enjoy, Marcus, that I look over to see you streaming, and I see the just chatting sign, but there is a talk shows and podcast.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that too. The first one. More concrete information came out about the Fallout New Vegas 2 being worked on, or hopefully getting the ball rolling on that.
Oh baby.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for it to be another live service game.
I can't wait for Outer Worlds 2.
Can't wait for it to be as boring as the first one.
Oh. God damn. Like
everyone praised that game, then they never talked about it again after fucking launch.
It's just sad. I had such high expectations for it, and then nothing came
Everyone's trying to be like, it's the next Fallout, it's so good, it's the best game ever, it's better than Skyrim ever could have been.
No.
Never talks about it again.
No, it's so boring.
They literally just use like the same shit they've been using since like what, Oblivion or something.
No, they just did a redesign of their engine finally for the first time in literally decades.
Is that what they're doing for the new game?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yes, for Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, and a couple of the other projects they have working on are going to be on the new engine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which was great, because the entire thing started when one old guy died.
It's about goddamn time.
One old guy died in Bethesda, and all of a sudden, a lot of balls started rolling. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh god, that company deserves to have so much more. Like all they needed was a better engine. That's all they needed. If we were on like the third or fourth iteration of their engine, I would be completely solid with all the previous games. No, they'd probably still fuck up in a couple of places. Let's see. Rockstar finally updating the GTA trilogy.
Was it
After
still a
how many
mobile game?
months? God damn.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 months and they're just now starting to fix it? What? What is wrong with them?
They just think they can keep getting money because they keep getting money.
I
Something.
mean, isn't that what Battlefield's
No.
doing?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
sadly.
With their, like, what, 3 remaining fans?
They're
Dude, Battlefield 4 has more people playing it now than 2042 does.
Pretty sure Bad Company 2 does as well.
But Bad Company 2 has always had more players.
Actually amazing.
I'm
Oh
surprised
my god.
that game has stayed live for. No, I'm not. That game was the most fantastic one out of them all.
I think that companies should be held responsible for not delivering a proper gaming product. Like how like normal companies are responsible for making sure their product functions. Gaming companies should be held to the same standard,
It's ridiculous.
but they're not.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that
Game
they're not.
game companies can literally scam you, and if they do, nothing happens to them. It's just like, oh well, you bought a game, you got a game. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is.
I don't know. It feels like the atmosphere around everything is just changing recently. It feels like gaming companies are being held to more high standards because we all bitch about it now online.
Gamers truly are the most oppressed people.
They're being held up to high standard, or it's because they set these standards for themselves.
You know, I think game companies are held to high standards. Then I look over at Nintendo, and then I'm just like, are they?
Well, Nintendo is so weird. They treat their workers relatively well, but their fans are just like, yeah, we're gonna spit and shit on them. It's like, why? It's so weird for a company to treat their workers okay-ish, and then to just pretty much take a big old dookie down their fans' throats, like every other month.
So
Did you? Hmm,
that's funny because Epic Games actually was offering hundreds of temporary QA testers full-time jobs.
really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
They were
Oh
actually
baby.
like hiring massive amounts of their QA department.
That's pretty cool.
Instead of just being like contract based, they're like full time employees and make more now and get full benefits.
That's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Which honestly, no matter how much we talk shit on like the Epic Game Store, if anybody is going to have like a good contest against Steam, I'm at least glad it's Epic Games.
I think the Epic Game Store is fine. I mean, they pay the like actual game per like publishers and everything more money than Steam does. Also, they give free games out every few months or whatever.
True.
I think it's fine.
I'm happy knowing now that Steam is constantly working on stuff, and that's where the 30% goes that they take from stuff. Now that I know, like, the Steam Deck is releasing, which is just a computer. It's the smallest computer for a reasonable price. Like, now that I know that they're just developing cool toys in the background, I don't know.
It is so weird to me that Gabe Newell himself decided to go hand out the Steam Decks.
Here you go. Here you go. Sign them as well. That's the funnier part. Just him autographing
No,
Steam
my
decks.
my my favorite part was whenever he was handing them out, and like half the people didn't even know who he was.
Yes, that's the
And
funny thing.
he's just like, yeah, I'm Gabe Newell, and they're like, okay, do I know you? Give me my Steam Deck, loser.
Everybody knew who Gabe Newell was from 1998 to like 2006. And
And
then
then now they just don't care.
yeah, some had a vague memory till 2008, and then everybody past that doesn't know what he looks like. Oh, So there was a complaint to Steam that they didn't use cryptocurrencies for transactions anymore, or why they
Mm-hmm.
still don't. And Gabe specified that 50% of Steam transactions done through cryptocurrencies were fake.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. I mean, honestly, that's it. Crypto is literally like half the time a scam.
It
It's just a way for rich
Crypto is
people
literally
to
just
launder money.
Roblox with a high standard.
Roebuck with a high standard.
Yeah, I mean, people like think it's like this godly currency that's electronically made now, when it's just Robux.
Wait, now that I'm thinking about like WoW tokens, Robux, and various other stuff are just you can use them as physical currency now.
I
Like
mean, Robux do cost more than Ruple now.
Hmm.
I laughed because I looked at my loader the other day and I'm like, oh man, it's time to invest in the Ruple. That shit's gonna go up like it's nobody's business later on.
I think one wait, does one Robux cost more than one US dollar?
No, it costs more than 1 Ruple now.
Oh,
Well,
solid.
it
Hell
takes
yeah.
it takes 50,000 ruble. Or the Putin said he was giving 50,000 ruble for people for soldiers who died, and 50,000 ruble is equivalent to $50 in US right now. The ruble is a trash
Oh
tier
my God.
currency now.
Russia's economy is not gonna be looking too hot.
There's probably an island with a tribe on it that have rocks that are better than the ruble.
They're over there trading with literal pebbles because it's worth more.
No, have you guys seen all of the sanctions and all of the companies pulling out of Russia though?
Oh
Oh,
Holy
yeah,
fucking
dude.
shit.
oh my god, Russia is so fucked right now.
Dude, you don't understand. Putin literally had to make a law that said anyone who is traveling outside the country can't take more than 10,000
Oh no,
uh,
yeah.
US dollar equivalent of their currency out of the country.
Dude, they're gonna need like an old style sack with a money sign on the side of it to get that many rubles out of the country. No,
I
so did you hear that Anonymous and a bunch of other hacking groups have been shutting down major branches of the
Mhm.
Russian government?
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that too.
Oh,
As they
I mean,
should.
they kind of brought it on themselves though, because like literally, we're at a point where war is no longer a necessity
no.
for human civilization. We're literally at the point where wars can just be decided online, so there's literally no point in invading other countries.
It's absolutely ridiculous that feels like the most nothing thing that has ever happened, and why are you doing this?
It's
Hmm.
even funnier when you look at how most of the Russian army don't even want to do anything either.
I
There
saw
are literally there's literally people in the Russian military who once they realize that they're in Ukraine, they're like, I don't want to be here. Why are
Yeah.
we here?
I just enjoy the thought of a Ukrainian police car pulling over a Russian tank and then arresting both of the soldiers inside of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
There's a dude in a tractor who took a tank with him
yes,
back home,
I just
and
love
the Ukrainian president said that anyone who ends up taking tanks or any other Russian equipment doesn't have to file it on their taxes.
he's the heart of the champions. Did you know he was a comedian before he was president?
Was he?
Yeah, he was a comedian. He got elected because he was so likable.
That is hilarious.
He had no previous political career and got elected just because he was a very nice guy.
That
He's
literally just proves that The Rock could become the president if the people ask for
He
it.
could. If The Rock put
Mhm,
his
mhm.
name on the presidential ballot, I'd just be like,
Oh no,
honestly,
don't you know? The Rock literally said he would if the people wanted him to.
oh,
Oh, oh
oh.
no.
What?
The president of Ukraine seems like a pretty okay guy though. I don't know too much about him, but he seems like just your average Joe,
Would it,
which I think is pretty good for a president.
would The Rock
You
be the most swole president of all time?
can, would he be?
Cause like imagine all the other presidents and they all look like weak white guys, and then you have Barack Obama, and then and then it just transitions over to Donald Trump, and then immediately after that you just get Joe Biden and then The Rock.
Okay, to be fair though, Theodore Roosevelt literally got shot in the chest and survived
Yeah,
because he had a book in it.
yeah, but we don't talk about Theodore Roosevelt. He was a champ. He was beating up bears and shit.
Not just that, he also, I think he was the president that broke apart all of the monopolies back in the day.
Yes,
He was the one that
Can't believe he killed Mr. Monopoly.
Oh no.
oh my god.
I'm just imagining like an old school poster, and they both had the funny boxing gloves up.
We need another president that starts putting like really harsh restrictions on companies again, because companies are starting to get out of control again.
Honestly, it's a thing that I've thought about recently. Is just I'm happy that Intel is just opening a branch here because why can't tech companies thrive here now and around the states as well? So I'm happy that the industries are expanding out. I just want people to be able to work and be happy. That's it.
They can't do that here.
That's
Be happy.
legal.
They can work, but they can't be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
We could be more civil about it like every other country where they have 4-day work weeks.
I wish we had a 4-day
That would
work
be
week.
so nice.
Oh,
Yeah, that would be so nice. Oh my god, that would
Been
literally just
scientifically proven that it's more efficient.
it
that would
literally relieves so much
literally
stress.
that would literally be how my work schedule was back when I, worked.
Honestly, if I didn't have to go to the other two giant eagles I have, I could probably get away with a 4-day work week. Actually, now that I think about it, during the slow season, if I leave enough backstock on my Fridays, I could probably get away with just going in to put a backstock up on Saturdays and then leaving it for the weekend. Ooh,
But what if they backstock your butthole?
that oh
Hmm.
that is that
Don't
Bonus pay.
don't cause you what make that noise.
Hmm.
Bonus pay.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was just imagining like you just shit in the toilet and it stacks up, and then you're not able to poop anymore because the tower's physically going up your ass.
Oh man. What other topics we got?
We actually still got quite a bit of topics. We ended up
Oh
going on a
Jesus.
tangent.
Let's talk about how, with Elden Ring success,
No,
Banco raised all their employees' salaries to
Hold on.
50,000 more.
Okay,
Let's
that
save the Elden Ring for later because we can just go straight into that.
I guess that's fair.
We can just tour de force over into that game, and then the podcast will be
I was going
over.
to bring that up because it's like related to what we're already talking about.
I know, but we got like 7 different things we can talk to Elden Ring about in hours of content there.
Is Gen 9 on your
Yep.
roster there?
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What you thinking?
Oh baby.
How-
I honestly don't have many thoughts about it. I mean, they added textures, which is cool to the
Yeah.
Pokemon. The graphics look at least quite a bit better than Legends Arceus, which is fine.
Glad to see they completely didn't go for the combat system from Arceus.
Oh no, they're doing a mixture. Because from the video, there's still the overworld battles, but they're bringing back EVs and IVs and abilities. So it's gonna be like a mixture, which is what I wanted. I think it'll be okay.
That's what everyone said about Arceus as well.
I'm looking
Is
forward
this true?
to
Arceus was, I think Arceus was a good game. Just graphically, it wasn't very good.
the starters are looking decent. I especially love Weed Cat. You can't say it's anything else, but
Sorry about that. I got a phone call.
no, don't worry.
The only off-putting thing to me about Scarlet and Violet is the art style for the characters now, because instead of having like, very anime-ish faces, now they kind of look like Coco Melon characters. They have actual noses now in their eyes instead of being ovals, they're circles.
Ugh.
It's just very off-putting because they're no longer going after the like Pokemon known anime art style. So
Which
it's gonna take some getting used to.
which starter you looking to pick up?
Uh,
Coco.
probably. Oh wait, what? What calls it?
Coco.
You going for Coco?
Chili
Okay.
pepper.
I just looked at him and I was just like, it looks like something Andrew would pick. He
I
just
like
has
his
that.
big stupid tooth.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
gonna.
oh
His
yeah.
mouth just opens and it's just like, ah.
He looks straight out of Bubble Bobble.
I think these starters have the potential to be really good, or have really good final evolutions too. Which is
I
starters have been kind of rough for Pokemon the past few generations
I think I
because
Yeah.
there's always been like a starter that everyone just absolutely hates since like X and Y.
I think
So
I think I want to go with Sprigatito.
yeah, I also like Sprigatito. I also like Fuecoco.
Yeah,
Fuecoco's pretty cool.
these are all pretty solid starters. I can see starting with any of them.
Mhm. Yeah, same, honestly. This is the first gen in a long time where I see the starters and I'm just like, man,
It's
I
a,
could go with literally any of these.
yeah, it's a hard choice on this one.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have something that none of us care about. Babylon's Fall is failing.
I do not
Look,
give a
I've seen that
flying.
happening. Oh my god.
I do not give a
I'm in
flying
so
fuck
much
about.
shock. A game as a service failed. Whoop dee dee.
Oh, not only that, there's some outrage going on Twitter about how they don't have like actually like black skin on there. It's just like a very grayed, faded white skin. Yeah, it's really bad.
On the brighter side, Near Automata got an anime announcement.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
I'm excited
remember
for
that.
that.
That's
Can't
a
wait. Can't
continue.
wait for them to translate 2B's like little skirt explosion thing from the game into the anime.
Honestly, they've been choosing a lot of very good animes to transition into like TV series.
Hmm.
They've been doing solid work. Let's see. Evo is not at Nintendo's not at Evo.
Good.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
The Smash
Yeah,
thing.
that was so, dude, I swear to God, Nintendo makes the most brain dead decisions most of the time.
Honest,
Literally, literally, why would you remove one of the biggest esports from Evo? It makes no goddamn sense. Literally, Smash was one of the most popular Evo sports there since inception.
I just don't understand how you can constantly make so many bad decisions.
I
Because
know,
it's
right?
Nintendo. They're based on innovation. They're gonna probably try to make their own fighting event.
No.
You
they tr-
say that now,
no, they
but it's
tried
gonna
and they
happen.
failed.
It'll probably fail, but they'll keep railing it down people's
I
throats.
know they're
Hmm.
so bad at what they do. Let's see.
Clearly they are. I mean, look at how much they make from everything they do.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I have a topic for you, Andrew. Uh,
Oh god.
Konami lets Silent Hill website fall into person's
Okay, now
hands.
that's actually fucking hilarious.
They let the domain
That's
expire.
the second time it's
Oh
happened in the
yeah.
past, like, 3 years.
Hold on, let me. I'm
I
pretty
think they bought
sure.
it back, though.
Did they?
Yeah, because all they had to do was take it to court.
Can I can I just say that it is hilarious how Konami owns most of Kazu's favorite
No, it's still up!
like IPs?
Yes!
It's still up. Oh my
Look,
god.
it's just the creator of, like, all the Silent Hill monsters saying he wishes he never made Pyramid Head because of how merchandise filled it got, and he makes no money from it at all.
That is hilarious.
Oh, that's
Best
golden.
thing
That's
ever.
perfect.
The first time the website got bought out, it was, like, around when Resident Evil 8 got announced.
Hmm.
And they
Hmm.
were comparing how Pyramid Head was basically the first like Dommy mommy for everyone.
You know what? You know what's probably come down to, honestly, is they can't sue this time because they've let it slip in the past. Imagine taking it
Oh
to
my
court.
god.
We still want it. Well, why did you let it slip a second time?
Kind of funny too, because they also just released their like quote unquote limited edition skateboards.
Konami, would you
that nobody's
capture it
gonna fucking bother with.
or let it slip? Oh, I forgot about those skateboards. Just forget them now. I'll pick it up on eBay when somebody other chum spends money on it.
I'll just take the decal and put it on another board.
Oh, that's fair.
Make it cheaper. Do it for like $20.
Let's see. Rollback coming to Persona 5 Ultimax.
Pog.
I just enjoy that rollback. A superior netcode is coming to more and more fighting games.
Except for Nintendo because they're stupid.
Yeah.
So true.
Other people have to add their netcode, don't you know, Marcus?
It's something alright.
All right. Here it starts. So we got the PS1 demake trailer for Elden Ring.
I
Wait,
know we got demake trailer for everything these days.
they're actually making a demake for Elden Ring
No, it's just
already?
a trailer.
Oh,
There's like a
okay.
group of people that make demake trailers for every game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's a hilarious trailer. It looks so just hilariously bad. And just the quality of it. Let's watch this stupid thing.
I'm looking at Marcus's screen. And the screen share on top of things just froze in the aperture.
Oh, really?
Or Marcus's thing, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I just had it paused there.
Oh.
PS1 demake. Oh my god, that is crispy.
Crispy. They said if they were going to do this, it would take 12 CDs or something.
Oh my god.
Brandish the Elden Ring.
God damn.
Fucking Godric. Looks so goddamn bad. But yeah, that's the first thing. The performance. I have experienced nearly no stutter now that I've done a couple of things to my PC. Are you still experiencing stutters?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't had any since day one.
Yeah.
Okay. So they must have done a couple of things, or the game just loaded enough to allow.
I'm telling you, it was just from DirectX 12 having to build up a cache.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus, do we want to go with the social media aspect of this, or do we want to go with our actual impressions of the game first? It's gonna be a.
Let me get a bagel real quick. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, this is gonna. Then he goes off to bagel. I can't believe that website is still open. True.
I wish I had a designed fucking pyramid head.
Oh god, I feel like he should honestly, I feel like if it's acknowledged he's the one who designed it, there should be the possibility to renegotiate for like actual rights and stuff.
No, it's because it was in his contract or something that all rights go to Konami.
Oh, that's so stupid.
So everything he's designed for Silent Hill, he gets no credit for, basically.
That's absolutely retarded.
And he also hates that they're using Pyramid Head for like everything Silent Hill related. Because he was only supposed to be for Silent Hill 2 and nothing else.
I just... That's just not right to me. I just don't like what...
Welcome to the scummy world of video games.
Yeah, there's so much scum going around. Well, there's better things going on, at least right now, but there's still scum in the background, and I don't like it.
I also find it funny that his picture's also Pyramid Head.
That's the funnier thing. It's like, I wish I hadn't designed Pyramid Head, and then he just has to put it there because it's his staple thing he's known for. It's like a cage he can't escape. God, that's fucked up.
Yep, that's his life, sadly.
Oh, I feel so bad for him. I also like that the people who create the most fucked up things in the world have the last name Ito. Got Junji Ito, Masahiro Ito, probably some other Itos out there. Maybe a serial killer somewhere. I just, oh no, it's awake.
What did you say?
Your VTuber model fell back as if it had an existential crisis and just fell asleep. And then its
I
eyes
saw
suddenly
that.
bulged open and he rose forward.
I came back to my mortal shell.
Oh god, that was funny.
I never realized how
But
weird his model moves because it has like no animation past the head.
Yeah.
that's because I don't have a hand tracker, so I can't like move my fingies.
What the hell?
I wish I had a hand tracker.
You know what you should do
Can't
is
you
you should see
makeshift
if you,
one?
you should see if you could apply
Makeshift
the
one.
model as like a windmill motion. So just your natural movement moves your arms around, but you can't control them. So they just sway back and forth, and maybe you go a little bit too far left, and your arm just does just a windmill motion.
Oh my god. The way I like usually solve that problem is I just kind of like shove my body way down here.
Just bury it deep down inside.
But we were talking about
All right, let's
the social media implications of Elden Ring.
yeah, the social media in, of Elden Ring.
Let me
Oh,
tell you, people are fucking stupid.
oh my god, people are so
Because,
dumb.
okay, dude, no, you don't understand. People are confusing accessibility with having an easy mode. Dark Souls is not supposed to be an easy game. It is it is a very niche video game that relies on its difficulty as part of the actual game. Like it's literally like how do I put this? So let's say you're going to a romance movie, right? And you're watching the romance movie. You're like, "Damn, this thing doesn't have a whole lot of explosions. This is ass." That's literally how people sound whenever I hear them say this game needs an easy mode. It's like, no, if you think this game needs an easy mode, you're not part of FromSoft's demographic. I'm sorry, but you just need to get better at the game. Play the game and you get better.
Now, I will admit, I'm not one of the kind of people who would run around yelling to others, get good, but I would kindly walk up to you at a bar because you're drinking, because you're struggling with the game, and slide you a card that said, get
Oh no,
good
you wanna know
on
the
it.
ultimate funny?
Hmm.
Miyazaki was asked recently how he feels about people asking about an easy mode. He
Oh
was like, I
no.
do feel apologetic toward anyone who feels there's just too much to overcome in my games. And then he literally had the biggest smile, and he was like, I just want as many players as possible experience the joy that comes with overcoming hardship.
Yes, exactly. It's literally an artistic direction too.
Hold on. Can we all imagine, though, that the smile was, like, really cheeky about it? Just like,
Yeah.
I just want people to be able to overcome hardships, like regular life.
He literally just said that they're too shit to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. He basically told everyone to get good.
It's fantastic because you know why he knows why he created the games. In one of our previous articles, it was him just like, yeah, I'm just a huge masochist.
No,
That was his whole reason for making Dark Souls 1.
here's a huge problem with it too. It's not even the people with the disabilities that are saying that Dark Souls needs an easy mode. It's the people who are fucking like normal ass regular people who play the game who don't know what they're doing, and they literally say this game needs an easy mode because it's not accessible for people with disabilities when they don't have disabilities themselves. They don't understand what accessibility means. Accessibility literally means games have things like color correction for people like Kazu who have, colorblind issues, or like what's another example? Fuck. I literally just had it on my mind, but I can't remember. Uh, just things like that, things that help accommodate people with certain disabilities. And people with like physical disabilities, there are different types of controllers and things that they can use to help them play those games.
Xbox
The
does a
game,
fantastic job about that.
yeah. FromSoft, I think, does an okay job with accessibility, things like that. I mean, I haven't looked in the settings myself, and I mean, if they don't have colorblind correction and some other things to make the game more accessible for people, then they should change that in the future. But people saying that it needs an easy mode is probably the most off the mark shit I've ever heard in my life.
Is the most brain dead thing I have ever seen. This game was
It
made for people who wanted challenges.
literally, they would have to change a lot of the game in order to accommodate an easy mode, and it would take more work too. That's why FromSoft games are now more popular than games like, Skyrim and everything, just Bethesda games in general. Because back then, whenever you had a bunch of difficulty options, everyone was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. This is like replayability." But then as the years progress and everything, they're like, "Man, this they literally just add health modifiers and damage modifiers. This isn't fun. This isn't very challenging."
The more
Then
important
they played. Oh, what?
the more important thing is that no matter how tough this game is, what boss are they dying to? Because you're meant to die to the first one.
Godric. They're dying to Godric.
Oh, they're dying to
Oh, not
Godric?
even.
They're
There's
probably dying
people
to
that literally are
Godric.
just dying to basic enemies saying it needs an easy mode.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
that too.
Because my point was, in the beginning, when you first start the game, I didn't know if people were dying to that first boss that you're supposed to die to, and they're
No, they
complaining
get
about
past that.
that.
They made it to like the actual main game part.
Okay, because I didn't know if somebody was dropping down that hole, facing off against that knight, and not killing that knight and complaining.
Zach. Zach.
I
You
don't.
don't understand. I
Don't
saw.
confirm this for me.
No, I saw people complaining about the tutorial, saying that that it was a bad game design.
What?
They said the tutorial was bad game design because the game quote unquote doesn't tell you to jump down that hole and do the tutorial.
A dude
It's
is
like
there.
it's an open world RPG, and there's literally a fucking ghost that glows in the darkest room possible that tells you to jump down that hole. He literally tells you to jump down that hole to get help with combat. And people are like, "Yeah, this tutorial is shit. It didn't tell me to go down there." It's like, maybe if you fucking read and looked around for more than 2 goddamn seconds, you would know. Like,
Silly
people are so
Marcus. People
stupid.
can't read anymore. They only know how to
God,
skip
you
text dialogues.
you would think everyone in the world plays fucking Yu-Gi-Oh with how much they don't read.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get it. How can anybody be so absolutely brain dead as to say something like, there are plenty of game journalists who probably shouldn't be in this game anymore, or they're just giving out critiques that shouldn't
Oh
be.
no, it's funnier because it's not game journalists complaining this time.
No, I
Yeah, it
know.
isn't. It's amazing. How are the game journalists the right ones now?
Hey,
I
yeah.
just keep getting harkened back to that one guy who played the Cuphead tutorial, but he couldn't get through it because he couldn't jump and dash in the air.
Now, don't get me wrong, game journalists are still dog shit like IGN Too Much Water Pokemon.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, it makes me foam at the mouth. I literally become feral every time I hear something about IGN and water with Pokemon.
Dude, like over half of my stuff is how much everybody loves Elden Rings, and then there's like a couple of things where it's just people like, Elden Ring is too hard. Oh wait, hold
Like,
on. Honestly, asking for Elden Ring to have an easy mode is is a bit like asking Animal Crossing to add combat.
it kind of
Pretty
is though,
much,
right?
yeah.
Because the difficulty for like Souls games for FromSoft games is literally baked into the game. It's
So,
part of what makes the game the game.
hold on.
It's like asking an
There
artist
is a
to
limit to how difficult the games can be, Miyazaki said. He said if he can't beat it, then it's impossible and won't be at it.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, so the
Like
guy who's
I
been
don't
designing shit for 20 years.
literally a game designer should always be able to beat their games, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
changing the difficulty of Dark Souls is the same thing as asking an artist to quote unquote fix their artwork. It just does not work.
I just it's ridiculous to assume that this game is meant to cater towards everybody. I get it that your delicate FOMO doesn't want to miss out on the top game because you can't play it. I understand. But honestly, as a Dark Souls player, all I can tell you deep down from deep in my heart, get good.
It was so funny because a VTuber that I really respect, her name is Mako.
Mm-hmm.
She came out and said that as a person with multiple disabilities, Dark Souls needs to remain a difficult game because that's part of the fun of it, and that adding an easy mode is insulting to disabled people because you're essentially saying that they can't do the same challenges that normal people can,
Mm-hmm.
when really all they need is accessibility to the game. All they need to be able to do is be able to play the game,
Yeah.
and they're fine. And I was like, Mako, this is the most based fucking take I've heard today.
I just, and for anybody who says the game is hard, if you can't do anything in one direction, you can physically go in any other direction.
This
And
is true,
it's
you can approach bosses as differently as you want to, except for Rodon, fuck that boss.
I went through and farmed every area in Limgrave before I went to go fight Godric, and I was over leveled for that shit. I could feel the damage. Well, and then we found out about the claws, and then I just thought, man, I could have killed him so much faster.
If they don't nerf, I have a feeling they're gonna nerf bleed damage, or at least the build up, because bleed is really good right now.
Bleed is fantastic right now. Sorceries are fantastic right now. Everything is fantastic right now.
I think if
I,
they're gonna nerf anything, it's definitely gonna be magic.
oh yeah, magic is kind of busted right now.
Yeah.
I've literally seen builds of people where they start out in the game, they run over to like a dragon chapel, they get the fire breathing dragon spell, and they just go over to what's Stick Boy's name again, first boss?
Margaret.
Market.
Yeah, yeah, Margit. They go over to Margit and they just one shot him with the fire. And I'm just
Yeah.
like,
So
Jesus
many
fucking
like magic
Christ.
spells, like just one-shot bosses.
Yeah. I'm like, goddamn, why couldn't I do this? I should have made a magic build when I started the game.
All I see on Twitter is Tarnish guy who went from melee build to mage build in middle of their playthrough.
That was a literally me. Because remember I had to do the strength build to use the great sword, and then
Yes.
halfway through that I was like, okay, I'm gonna start using faith so I can use pyromancies.
God, Faith is so good in this game. They really redeemed it. Like they kept stomping on Faith for a long time there.
Hmm. I mean, like, I can't shit on people too much for not for wanting an easy mode in like Souls games because I mean this has kind of always been an argument for Souls games. It's just
Yes.
people who the demographic doesn't meet, but they want to be able to play the game and have fun with it.
Every
It's like
release.
it's it's not a bad thing to be bad at Souls games. They are pretty difficult, especially if you've never played a Souls game before. They are literally meant to break your spirit.
Yes, they're to teach you the world is unfair and it shall remain unfair, and you better expect unfair.
No, you wanna know what really yanks my spinal cord?
Hmm.
Oh,
Everyone's saying how the game has no lore at all, there's no story, there's nothing.
Dude, there's shit tons.
they no, you know why? It's because people are so used to having stories spoon-fed to them through cutscenes and everything
Literally.
in video games that they don't take the time to sit there and read, and they also don't understand how to look to the environment for story cues. Literally, the environment of Elden Ring tells
So
at least
much.
25% of the story.
Oh my god, I've never felt so much content and story coming out from a Souls game till this one. They are physically handing it to you,
There's
and
so much like environmental storytelling. There's story lore throughout all the items, all the NPCs,
they're
quest lines.
yes. And it's fantastic. Everything is linked to the locations they're in, or somebody is talking about an event in the past where you can see where the event took place as well. It's a fantastic environment that I'm just not used
Mm-hmm.
to.
My
I'm
favorite thing is people saying that, what did George R. R. Martin even write? There's nothing here that he wrote. And they clearly don't understand that he built the entire world of lore that the game is based on, like years in the future.
All
my
right.
face whenever like there's also multiple Game of Thrones references, like that dude with the really cool armor in the round table is literally supposed to be Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I just
Also, they have like the chair in Game of Thrones. They pretty much have that as a weapon.
Yeah.
all right. All right. It takes 10,000 hours on something to master it, any skill. It takes 20 to
Mm-hmm.
become adept at something.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes 20 hours to become adept at any Dark Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, for anybody who needs inspiration to get better at Elden Ring, just spend 20 hours on it, because I didn't even go fight the first major boss until about 20 hours in.
Yeah, I didn't fight him until like 30 hours.
By then you will have faced at least 4 more badasses that kicked your ass, probably killed
Mhm.
5 bosses, and then gone back to kill some more.
I think the worst part too is that people forget that there's literally an entire co-op system to help
Yes.
people who don't know how to play the
It's
game.
even better because there's the co-op system with your friends, but there's the co-op system with the ashes as well.
hmm
I though they should hand you the bell in a more reasonable manner.
This is probably the easiest and hardest Souls game I've ever played, not gonna lie.
Yes, shit is still kicking my ass, but I'm still killing a lot of things, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It
Like all of the bosses so far have just been like, holy shit, I need to get good. Except for Radon, fuck that boss.
farming
I
is
absolutely hated Radon.
farming this time around isn't going and killing more basic enemies over and over again. It's going to an area to explore parts you didn't, to just kill more
hmm
bosses. Because that's how most of my level ups have been, is just me defeating more bosses.
hmm
And I think I'm like 70 something right now. 60?
I think I'm like 100 something.
Like, it's just
Yeah, I just hit 90.
like you level up so fast in this game as well.
You really do.
And it's for good reason. There's 6 of these motherfuckers. I've only fought one, and I know where another one is. Where the fuck are the other 4?
I think is Valkyrie in the depths? Spoiler
No,
alert,
there's
by the
someone near
way.
the top of the map.
Oh, I see, I
Because
see.
I'm near the winter area as well, and I contemplated about charging up the mountain.
I need to get to the winter area.
I wanted to try to get the Moonlight Greatsword, but that is a long, tedious process.
It is indeed. You have to do Ronnie's quest line, don't you?
Yeah, which means you have to do Blade's quest line, which means I eventually have
You
to.
have to do everyone's quest line.
Yeah, and then I gotta do the Radon fucking fight so I can summon in Blade and all those motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It's gonna be tedious.
On a completely unrelated note, my nose ring came in today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, now you're gonna have to put a nose ring on your Demon Prince boy.
Yeah, honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Damn it.
Got him.
Fresh ideas. Other than that, this is a game I wake up and want to play. I go to bed and want to play more. I don't physically have enough time to play, and it agitates me.
Same. Actually, same though.
I
If
think I've sunk more time in Elden Ring than I've sunk into any other game besides Fortnite in like the past 3 years.
it's so
Mm-hmm.
good, and like this is ours now. if we all get Gran Turismo, this, and then just the other games we usually play, these are our new set. These are the ones that we will be playing consistently. Just like us, like eventually just like, damn man, let's go racing. I've died a couple too many times. Getting depressed, guys. Can we go do some laps? This is just a fantastic. This year is great for gaming. Last year kind of lackluster, but this year, we're starting off strong. What were the notable hits from last year? Even
Nothing.
I know. I can't remember shit for last year.
Yeah, gaming since 2020 has been kind of bland.
The only like games I remember that came out last year was Resident Evil Village, Ratchet and Clank, and Metroid Dread.
I mean, Halo Infinite as well, but like other than that,
I guess there's Psychonauts 2 and Returnal.
and Rise.
Halo Infinite was kind of dead on arrival for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Valheim
And
released.
Walker came out last year. There's that.
God, some of these are just disappointments.
Honestly,
and
though.
Walker.
Oh, okay, that one wasn't a disappointment.
How
That
dare
one
you,
was
sir?
amazing, actually.
Coming in, making
Walker was like actually a masterpiece.
Still gotta catch up on that. Ugh.
What the fuck?
Oof.
Are you working out?
Yeah, Sarah decided to come in here and just, ruin the party.
What is wrong with you? Oh, what's next on the list?
Oh, that was pretty much it. We can move into Elden Ring at this point. We can actually just go play Elden Ring.
Was that actually it?
Yeah.
I figured we had more stuff, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought there's gonna be more because you talked about hours of content.
Hours of content. We can immediately go into Elden Ring. Who cares about the rest of the stuff? I mean, we can go look for more things.
I mean, I guess we could go in Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, you sound so disappointed. Oh man, that means I gotta swap my entire setup around.
Did you rip ass?
He did rip ass. He just farted. Dude, his pants are soiled.
It was usually.
My god, the farts got him out of breath.
Took his life out of him.
When you rip ass so hard it steals the oxygen from the air. Did he die? What's going on down there? My god.
No.
Snake took him out.
Oh god, I got fucking
already.
tears in my eyes. Oh. Holy shit.
Are we switching to Elden Ring?
Yeah, let's switch to Elden Ring.
Okay, cool.
Oh god. Holy
Alright, everybody.
shit.
That concludes the podcast. We'll be moving on to Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, I might as well just stop, transfer everything over, and then resume.
Anybody got any final thoughts for the podcast?
Yeah. Any of you
Fuck
nerds?
Russia.
Oh.
What'd you say? You went like full robot there for a second.
He said fuck Russia.
Oh yeah, understandable.
Oh wait. I have a bet going that that Putin's gonna be assassinated. I want assassinations to come back.
You know how many times they've tried to assassinate him?
Yeah.
He was like,
Somebody put $1 million bounty on his head already.
ooh. I mean,
Let's see if I'm going to Russia.
is killing a world leader worth $1 million though?
Yes.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yes.
but
Especially since
But
right now nobody would blame you.
but if you get caught, I feel like they just kill you, right?
I don't know.
They just murder you
Do you think like
or
they would
torture
like
you.
attempt to really like follow you, or would it be like a slow jog behind you, like, oh no, he's getting away?
Silly
No,
Marcus. You think the Russians care about him anymore?
Oh, actually, you know what? You're kind of right.
Yeah,
The Russians kind of hate Putin.
yeah, it's kind of a
Literally, everyone's against the man right now. You'd be doing everyone a favor.
honestly, you'd be
Yeah,
pulling the big boy moves.
people were literally telling the Russians, like the Russian citizens, to just pull out of Ukraine, like out of just their own volition, just stop working for Putin.
It's ridiculous.
It's like, I mean, if only humanity worked that way, but we kind of have a mob mentality thing that progresses society.
And the worst thing is seeing like 17, 16-year-old kids who are just afraid for what's going on right now.
Yeah, he's honestly like lost his goddamn mind though. Okay, to kind of like preface this though, um, there are reasons why they're invading Ukraine. A few reasons actually. So Belarus, which is like on the border of Ukraine and Russia, has a pact with Russia, or used to. I can't remember if they still do or not, but the pact pretty much allows Belarus to act as like a vessel for Russia, and Ukraine used to have the same pact up until like 2013, whenever they declared independence and everything
Yeah.
because they established their own government. Uh, but on top of that, Ukraine also has access to some sort of dam that filters the water through Crimea,
Ooh.
and Crimea's economy is severely crippled at the moment, and restoring that dam would really help their economy so Russia doesn't have to pay billions of dollars every year to support their, like, horribly attended to country.
Sarah also said it's also with NATO.
Yeah, that's the pact thing because the further inland you get with Europe, the easier it is to conquer everything. That widened part of Europe starting from the south, it starts to bottleneck out.
Mm-hmm.
The more land Russia has to kind of make that as narrow as possible, the easier it is to defend their territories in case of war. So taking Ukraine would literally just reestablish that front. But it'd also give them access to the dam for Crimea to restore their economy at least a little bit. And also, Ukraine is sitting on a bunch of oil deposits, and Russia has been having to pay Ukraine to use their uh, oil pipeline to transfer oil to other countries since 2013. And it's just like a huge fucking mess. Not worth going to war for,
No.
but they do have reasons. But I think that Putin's just fucking stupid and doing everything wrong.
Yeah, this sounds insane at this point.
The man literally could have just tried to establish friendly relations with Ukraine and then negotiated about the dam and the oil and everything. But no, he's just like, I'm gonna kill everyone in this country because I'm stupid.
Yeah, it's ridiculous at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I hope it ends soon, and I just want us to have a better president as well.
Oh, you know that's not gonna happen.
What was it, Andrew Yang? The
Oh, I did too. I wanted Andrew Yang as well.
Yeah, I wanted him so bad,
that
dude.
wonderful math Asian. That's not me being stereotypical. His actual campaign slogan was math.
Okay, but he was like one of the most progressive candidates that we've had in a long time too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on.
God, dude.
Russia was upset that Ukraine got offered a spot in NATO, which it was originally one big country, but Putin got mad because he believes he should be part of NATO since it was his country beforehand. Cool.
What a piss, baby.
No. Oh god, I would have loved that $1,000 a month just handed to us. Oh, no.
Wait, what is it?
That was one of Andrew
Andrew
Yang's.
Yang's UBI.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Okay.
where we would
I
just
was
all
like,
get
wait.
all get $1,000 a a month just without any strings attached.
It's the livable wage thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
every
have been
family
very
would get
nice.
$1,000 a month.
That would have been very nice.
Oh, it would have been so solid. And
And he
yet,
also wanted to get rid of like the boring, repetitive jobs so that nobody would have to do them anymore.
Isn't it funny that that's kind of already happening because people don't want to work in fast food anymore because they get paid shit wages?
honestly, if somebody told me that just McDonald's opened at a as a just stop where people would no, like you don't like I order food way more from other places than
Mm-hmm,
fast food anymore. The only time I get fast food is like for breakfast or for if I'm leaving work and I just want something really fast.
mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
pretty much it.
It's mostly like the people who go to fast food places and treat the cashiers and everyone like absolute shit on top of getting paid like $7 an hour. It's just stupid. Like people who argue that you shouldn't be making a living off of quote unquote flipping burgers all day
That's
are
ridiculous.
probably the most desensitized pieces of shit I've ever listened to.
Everybody should be making an amount where they can live comfortably. That's
Yeah, it literally does not matter what job you work, you should be able to live off of the money you make from that job.
now I get it. Bree is working as a coder and she's getting paid 72K in training. I completely understand that. She is doing a job that she had to learn more to do. But like you still need something to live on.
Honestly, I think that literally anybody can do any job as long as they're trained.
Yes.
But companies don't want to train people because they're fucking stupid and they want to reduce as many costs as possible.
The tech
That's why I'm very like anti-corporation.
the tech industry is becoming a lot more willing to just accept people who don't have degrees
Mhm.
either, which I enjoy because Andrew, if he wanted to renew a bunch of his certificates, would just be ready to go into the field.
The
So true.
the more like the more I've studied business the past few years, the more I'm just like, man, companies literally have so much shit they should be watched for, but no one cares. It's so God, dude.
It's it just breaks my heart. I just want copyright to be expressed in a different way, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, the copyright laws are I mean, they're okay, but they could be edited a little bit.
They could be so much better. Because
Mhm.
the only reason they kept getting extended out was because Disney was, Disney.
Yeah, okay. No, companies should not be able to lobby at
Yeah.
all. It should be illegal for companies to lobby anything.
The original agreement for copyright was, I think, 30 years. Copyright was just 30 years after the person's death, or it was even before their death. It was just the piece came out, and 30 years had to pass before anybody could use it.
Now it's 100 years.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I think that music should
Be far
I
less.
think yeah, I think music should be free use after like the 5 or 10 year mark because music comes out so often and it really starts to age. Like music ages really, really quickly
Compared to
because
other,
people only need
yeah.
to listen to it once really.
It's a medium that does not hold its viability
Doesn't
as
hold
long.
as like music is great, but it doesn't hold its value as well as like a piece of art that represents the company.
Yeah, and it's just I would love to just be able to listen to the music that I want to listen to. Like I would love to
Mhm.
be able to listen to Queen on stream because the original Queen songs came out in the 1980s, and like we're in 2022. I would.
Yeah, music law should be relaxed a bit because not like literally if you're combining it with another form of entertainment or I guess just like trying to think. My brain isn't working too well right now. If you're combining that music with like an actual form of entertainment or like another product, like in this case streaming. If you're streaming and listening to music, there. If you're streaming and listening to music, you shouldn't get copyright strucken for that because the music is just background. No one's going to open your stream and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to this song this dude's playing and just ignore the stream." No, nobody does that. Nobody goes to someone's stream just to listen to music unless it's like an actual radio person.
I just enjoy music as that thing to fill the dead silence.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And it's impossible to tell whether I should or shouldn't be listening to music with Elden Ring because it has such a fantastic soundtrack when it does kick in. And then there's other points where I'm like, man, they've been listening to the gallop of a horse for a little too long.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Sarah, you told me to drink. It was opposite day.
Opposite day.
Instead of hydrated, I dehydrated.
Ew. What the fuck? Did you just like sweat out of every orifice in your body?
No, I took a
What
shot of
happened?
alcohol instead of instead of.
Oh, I see.
I didn't have anything near me, like a cup of water or something, which I usually prepare before stream, and I was just like, oh, well, here we are.
Understandable. Oh man. I think that does it for all of the topics we've got now, though, right?
Yeah, and we've been going for about an hour 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. We got a nice little tangents and individual things
Mhm,
at the end of
mhm.
that. Oh man.
Would you like me to close this off, Zach,
Sure.
before we... Oh, baby. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the podcast, and we do this nearly every... What the fuck was that? Oh my god. But we do this typically every Thursday. So if you're interested, you should stop by and make sure to check out our socials that we have linked at the little boxes right here and up there and over there.
Don't pay attention, Ryan. I'm an amateur. We will be better next week.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, he's right. I might not even.
But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.